How do you rate yourself as a guitar?
Well, it depends what kind of guitarist, you know. I'm okay, you know. I'm not technically very good, but I can make it fucking howl, you know, and move. I was rhythm guitarist, you know, and it's an important job. I can make a band drive, you know. I mean, I'm really very embarrassed about my guitar playing in one way because it's very poor, you know. I can never move. But I can make a guitar speak, you know.
From a technical standpoint, McCartney was more advanced at an early age on the guitar, and he taught John how to play properly and how to tune. When they met, Lennon was playing only banjo chords that his mother had taught him. But as Greg Needle answers, technical skill was beside the point. Lennon was intuitive, a quick learner, and highly innovative. If he or any of the Beatles couldn't play an instrument like a master musician, then he played it in the way that made it work for the music. Each played quite well enough to support the songs they were creating, and the songs came first, although rarely singled out for the prowess on guitar. John Lennon is the man behind many Beatles acoustic classics, including Norwegian Wood, Julia, Happiness is a Warm Gun, and Dear Prudence. John knew he wasn't a technically good player, but any guitarist can throw a few chords together that work. The trick is making magic out of those chords. Lennon's guitar work was simple. What set him apart from the others was his ability to put quality, meaningful lyrics to the basic chords. Working Class Hero, for instance, he uses only A minor and G, two chords that every beginning guitarist knows. The fact that he was rhythm guitarist in the greatest band that ever was makes everything John Lennon ever did influential. He is a perfect explain that you can be as technically brilliant as you like, but if you can't make decent sounding song, you're screwed. John Lennon was the first to admit he wasn't the most technical of guitarists. However, as he once told Rolling Stone magazine, he could make the guitar fucking howl. Many guitar teachers lucky enough to have worked with Lennon marveled at his rhythm playing, and his guitar contributions to Beatles recordings were integral to their sound. He was innovative and allied a certain energy, with his zest for experimentation that is evidenced by the deliberate delay intro to I Wanna Hold Your Hand, and later in the Beatles' career, his experimentation with switching key signatures within the same song. You cannot rate him as a guitarist without acknowledging his songwriting. He could certainly play competent lead guitar, as he does on Get Back and during the Abbey Road guitar duel before the end, but it is not his technical virtuosity that makes John a man musician admire. The core sequences in songs like This Boy, Norwegian Wood, Across the Universe are beautifully innovative. Anyone with a reasonable degree of talent can play them, but only a very gifted songwriter could have written them. Although primarily known for his bass playing, Sir Paul McCartney started his rock and roll career on a 6-string guitar. When he met John Lennon at the St. Peter's Parish Fete on 6th of July 1957, he impressed the leader of the Quarrymen by knocking out a dead-on version of 20 Flight Rock. McCartney was soon offered a job with the band, and after a few practices debuted at the new Cladmore Hall, Norris Green, Liverpool, on the 18th of October 1957. I kind of went in first of all as a lead guitarist really. McCartney says in the Tony Bacon interview from the bass book, because I wasn't bad on guitar, and when I wasn't on stage, I was even better. But when I got up on stage at the very first gig, I totally blew it. I had never experienced these things called nerves before. After cooking up his solo on Guitar Boogie Shuffle, he decided to lean back and play rhythm, significantly in an effort to impress Lennon. After this disastrous outing, McCartney showed him a song he'd written, I Lost My Little Girl, which prompted Lennon to show McCartney a few songs he'd written, launching a formidable songwriting partnership. Before long, McCartney nominated his mate George Harrison for lead duties, and continued playing rhythm through the second Hamburg trip in early 1961, when he was called upon to replace struggling bassist Stuart Sutcliffe. From that point, he would provide virtuoso bass accompaniment for the Beatles throughout their career. From his first solo album, McCartney has stepped out from behind the bass and displayed his considerable talent playing 6-string guitar, but few fans realized during the Beatles recording years that McCartney was providing some of the tastiest guitar playing to be heard on those records. rivaling Lennon in spirit and Harrison in technique. His solos can be heard on, among other songs, Taxman, Drive My Car, The End, Good Morning, and Helter Skelter. Now this musician, who brought a new spirit and prestige to bass guitar, is being appreciated belatedly for his 6-string work.
Hello.
That was Ringo, folks.
Well, what can I say?
And goodbye from all of us.
Well, this is Ringo. Everyone seems to have said everything here, so I'll just sign off by saying cheerio and best of luck from the Beatles.